Jeff, do you have a cool nickname?
Parajeff.
Parajeff, yeah. Okay, so you guys, why don't you just tell everybody what you do? What when your mom says what her son does for a living, what does she tell people?
I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I can even grasp that yet, but she would probably say, I don't know, she doesn't know the terminology, so she'd probably say something like you guys did, Ghostbusters.
Well, so let's correct your mom and everybody else, right?
So, yeah, so we just, we'll go and investigate claims of haunted locations, and we do a lot of production work, too, so videography along with that, but we range from all aspects of home investigations to filming to public tours, so we do a bit of everything.
So, talk to me about somebody that would call you for your services. Is it somebody that, sorry dude, it was a little cramped. Somebody that hears a bunch of noises in their house and they're freaking out. This guy over here believes in ghosts. Like, I'm not saying they don't exist, I'm not saying that, okay? But this guy is like freaking conspiracy. We'd be in the office one day, he's like, did you see that? There was a ghost fly through the air. There was a ghost. Like, what are you talking about? There's a ghost. I'm out of here. What? So, I mean, let's talk about that because this is... Yeah, it's okay. Maybe you should be up here. So go ahead. So are those the people to call you? Sorry, I'm trying to share this. Yeah, I'm not ignoring you.
Honestly, what's crazy is we get probably 99% of our calls are all illegitimate calls of people that are just like kind of weird. I don't want to say weird like that because I'm not calling you weird, but people that are just like...
no, he's weird, dude.
Oh my God, so this ghost just walked up to me in my sleep and it scared the crap out of me and we need you guys to come in. That's like 99% of the calls.
Seriously?
I would say, yeah, we have to filter out so much stuff. In fact, part of our filtration process is finding out what prescription meds people take. And like,
seriously?
Yeah, because we get so many...
Well, there you go.
People that
That's
don't
a great question that I didn't think to ask. What kind of prescription meds were you on at the time you saw the ghost? That's a good question. I didn't think about that. So,
but yeah, so those are those are. I don't want to say those are the types of people call, but there are legitimate calls.
Okay,
they aren't very often, but
let's talk about one. Calls. Let's talk about a real legitimate call that you can think about, and let's discuss that.
Okay, so actually, this is my fiance's cousin had been telling me to come to her house for years.
For the purpose of, she just said
it's haunted. We
she
know
lives
there's
there.
Ghosts. Yeah.
So she's cool living there, but she thinks it's haunted.
Thinks it's haunted, which we hear so much. I'm not going to lie, I kind of got to the point where, she was family. Had she been like another client, I would have been all over it. But we kind of, with the family vibe, I was just like, well, it's pretty, I don't know if I really buy into that. So we finally actually took the chance and went out there. And the investigation that we conducted that night, we came up with family members from both her side and her husband's side of the family coming through. Long story short, it was just an emotional investigation of family members who'd passed away that hadn't gotten a chance to say goodbye. One of our closing things through a device we were using at the time, EVP, which is, I guess you'd call it ghost voices, right, for those the untrained...
what is that acronym, EVP?
Electronic voice phenomena. So we pick up voices on a digital recorder.
Like white noise?
No, that's more like the spirit box and stuff, but the voice recorder is just, they pick up frequencies too high or too low for the human ear to hear.
Okay.
So it's kind of
you
like
got one there, dog?
Yeah, we got one. Somewhere here.
Play it here. Let's see if we can hear that.
Whoa, wait.
So this is what it looks like.
That's an EVP?
EVP recorder. So it's just a digital recorder you can buy at Best Buy anywhere. Honestly, I use my phone. Anything that's got a good recorder on it. You can use a tape recorder and get some analog recordings.
So you record it and then you filter it through something?
No. You don't have to. Yeah,
well,
when you
want to share
with
people.
When you want to do you want me to show you?
Yeah. Sorry, just tell me to shut up.
I have some examples on my phone.
Yeah.
So I might have to hold the phone up to the mic, but
you know what? If you can reach it to there, we can plug the phone in there.
Let's do it. I have some really good examples.
Sorry, I don't have a longer. That's as long as it's going to go, dog. That's why it's taped.
Okay, then I'm going to stand up.
But if you do that, if you plug it in, and then Isaac, you got the pot on that, right?
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Moises can help you too.
And the reason we've started using phones and like digital recorders and stuff like that is because actual tape recorders, it's hard to get tapes now.
Yeah.
They're expensive. Plus, you can only use one side. And you're only supposed to use them once, too.
So the first one is It's a boy. Okay, so this was, we'll call it a ghost voice for the untrained eye, EVP. We caught it the Union Station up in Ogden. And it says, we believe it says, hey, let's see, what did I put it as? Hey, it's a boy. So if you listen closely, you'll hear it say, hey, it's a boy.
Can you play something else on your phone real quick just so we can make sure we got the audio good?
Yeah. Like 50 Cent or?
Whatever.
Yeah, it's good, dog.
Whatever you want to play, we just want to make sure.
We could play.
Copyrighted, dude.
No, you're okay.
Dude, I'm going to play the most copywritten thing I've got here.
Copyright the crap out
Where's
of
my
this thing.
Bieber at?
Yeah, baby, I know you were a Bieber fan. I could see it. I could tell.
Play some. I hit pause and then, yeah, are we good? Play the song again?
Yeah.
Okay. Better? Why don't we try it with the actual recording?
However you want. Where are you at? What audio?
Please stand by.
Standing by.
Give us one more. Give us some audio. Should I play the actual?
Yeah, play the actual audio. We might as well filter that out. Just hit play on that one and see what happens. We can always play it over. Yeah, see, I don't hear anything. Yeah, so I personally can't hear it from here, but I don't know if you can. You're standing
I
right by
can
the
hear
speaker.
it. Play it again.
Well, that was, yeah, play it again.
Turn the house up a little bit.
Okay, did you hear that whisper? You hear, hey, it's a boy. You hear that?
So you get it through your headphones, right, dog? So because that's what the people out.
I'm doing it again.
You hear that? It's pretty crazy, right? Okay, so
That sounds like you, dog. Just kidding.
it wasn't. How'd you know? You're on to me, man. I don't know if I want to continue this if you're going to expose me like this. All right, so let's go to the next one. This one's called He's Coming. It's the same building, different date, and a different room. And you'll hear what sounds like a spirit saying, yeah, it's at the Union Station. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it sounds like it's saying, He's coming. So play that one. Did I just hear you clear your throat?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
So I'm giving you guys the starter ones. I've got two really freaky ones coming up. But
Okay, play that again.
Play it
Yeah,
again.
play that again.
Did I just hear you clear your throat? Yeah.
I actually heard that.
Yeah. Well, I would hope so. Okay, let's go for a little more intense here. What's my next one? Woman screaming.
Ooh.
This one, okay. So people who get freaked out easy, be wary. This one's pretty. Yeah, viewer discretion. This one is also the Union Station, coincidentally, in the
Never
Browning
going to that
Theater.
frickin' Union Station. Dang.
That's why I come here.
Okay,
Questions or thoughts or feelings?
Or does anybody want to ask a question?
Yeah, feel free to ask any questions you'd like.
Have you?
Hear that?
I heard that.
It'll play again.
Anybody have any questions or thoughts or feelings?
Or does anybody want to ask a question?
Yeah, feel free to ask any questions you'd like.
Have you?
Right? Okay, and then the last one I'm going to show you guys, this one's my favorite. This was at a building called the Washoe Club in Virginia City, Nevada. It's the very top one. It's called Why Cool It, Tyler. And do you want me to set it up for you first, tell you what was going down? Yeah. We were hearing, it was me and another, someone on my team named Trey, good dude. We were investigating the third floor of this building. We were the only ones. And this building's massive, right? So it was just him and I, and the next group was down below us. And we started hearing this little girl crying, and it was actually a little girl who passed away in that building with her father. There was an explosion and caused him to pass away. So we started hearing this little girl crying, and I started getting like severe anxiety. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! And I started almost having like a panic attack. And I kept saying, "Are you okay? Do you need help? Are you okay?" And I feel like personally, this might be her dad coming through, like saying, "Why? Cool it, Tyler." I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I get, like a protective dad just saying, "Dude, cool it," you know. Play that. Third floor now. Last time I was here, in this exact spot where I'm standing, I caught an EVP that said, "Why? Cool it, Tyler."
Why?
That one's probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that creeped me out just a little bit.
Yeah, and we didn't, it's cool because you don't hear it with your own ears sometimes. I mean, there's sometimes where you do, but for that instance, I had no idea until we got back to Utah and we were playing back. I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. So
you guys got to like listen to like extremely close to these sons of guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets grueling. So like we have a process. Like every team has their own process. Some teams will do like 8-hour recordings.
There are a lot of people you turn on the house a little bit now, bro. There are a lot of people that do this locally.
Yeah, locally. It's actually crazy. The field is huge. It's
really?
Yeah.
Here locally in Salt Lake City, how many competitors do you think you have?
None, because they can't compete.
Yeah, baby. Good answer, God. That's what I want.
They aren't competing.
How many people are trying to keep up with y'all?
A lot. But if top of my head, at least, I don't know, 15, 20 groups.
Gosh, that is unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's unbelievable, because there was a guy sitting here earlier today talking about a water company saying that there's no competition at all in his water company. You remember that guy? I mean, it's just unbelievable how, I don't know if it's I want to say trend, but people will just, I mean, you can get a lot of people in one area, and anyway, that's cool. I guess it's because culturally that's, excuse me, culturally it's cool, it's hip. I mean, would you guys do full time? Is this a hobby?
Yeah, no, this is actually my job. I do YouTube is my job. I make these paranormal videos for YouTube, and that's all I do.
Wow.
So it is actually work for me. For a lot of people, they're not so blessed, and I didn't used to be so blessed. But there's a lot of people who like want to do this. It's not something that's really. You can't really make money doing the investigation portion. You've got to do something else.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask, is how much money is in it. Oh, thanks. There's a ghost here? Okay, here's $4,000.
Yeah, so, like, it's actually a lot of people in the field are anti, like, you don't charge money. Because the way they see it is you're helping people. For the most part, you're helping people. So they're like, well, we're not going to, charging money to help is wrong. Are there good spirits and bad spirits?
Question from the house.
How do you keep the bad spirits from attaching to you? Yeah, I believe there's good spirits and bad spirits. As far as everyone's got their own system, I guess, as to how they don't get attachments, right? So, like, one of our investigators, Jen, she's like all about the saging life. Like, got a sage.
What does sage mean?
Smudging. Literally smudging, like, with sage. Like, you light sage on fire and just, like, go do some woo-woo-woo.
For reals?
That's what they believe. I respect everyone's belief system. I don't believe in that.
See, you know what? What you just said, that is very, very healthy. I wish everybody... You stated you respect her view system, and then you said, I don't believe that same thing, but I respect what she believes. That is what Phil and I were talking about earlier. That's healthy. That's healthy. Why can't everybody feel that way? Anyway, by the way, you're stupid for saying that, but no.
Yeah.
That's what everybody else is like. You're an idiot. Okay.
So I think a lot of it's like power of the mind too. So if someone's like, hey, my religion is Christianity or whatever, and I'm trying to get rid of the spirit, great. I'm going to help you contact a Christian religious leader if you're really looking to get rid of something, right? Or a Mormon or whoever it may be, because in their mind that's what makes them feel better, and their mental attitude is going to change towards the subject matter. And I think that we give off energy as people as is, and I think that might actually help.
And that's something we get a lot too, is they'll be like, well, okay, you come in and you prove there's something there, are you going to help get rid of it? And we're like,
yeah, it's like, oh, thanks, I appreciate that. I'm haunted, and I got 5 of them. Okay, see you guys.
See ya. But a lot of people, there's a lot of teams that they offer cleansing services and stuff. And like, we're paranormal investigators. We're going to come in. We're going to tell you if you got ghosts or not. That's as far as we go.
I can't believe you guys haven't seen Insidious.
I feel like, I don't know.
I don't watch scary movies, but that's been a cool movie. So, do you guys have like epic raging Halloween parties?
Yeah.
You guys rage it, don't you?
No, we do have cool stuff. We have a really cool one coming up on the 28th. Have you ever heard of the tunnels in Ogden? The notorious, everyone's...
Can you actually go down there? I thought they were up closed off.
So,
Amy, nobody can hear you. So Amy's asking if you can actually go down to the tunnels, or because she thinks they're closed off. I don't even know what the crap the tunnels are.
Yeah, there's an urban legend that there's tunnels running from east to west underneath 25th Street in Ogden, Utah.
What's with Ogden, man?
There are. Yeah, there are.
Kick out of Ogden.
City officials, all these people will tell you, oh, they didn't exist. They didn't exist. The proof is in the pudding. It's there. I've been there, down there. We're throwing a Halloween bash on the 28th down there. Costume party / investigation.
Al Capone.
Yes.
Al Capone is going on record as saying that Ogden, Utah was too wild for him.
He did say that. That's 100% true. And so he would go in the tunnels to get east to west.
What are you doing?
How do you not know this?
Have you not seen the movies that she watches?
No, I don't watch a lot of stuff that she watches. Let me just say that. What is the scariest investigation you've ever had? It's probably that Vegas one. No, you said you didn't hear that till you got home.
I didn't hear that. No, that was still scary because I could hear the little girl with my own ears.
Okay.
Scariest investigation. Wow. Oh, there's a place in Iowa called the Farrar Schoolhouse. That was wild. I had some wild experiences.
What does that mean? Farrar.
Farrar. I don't know.
Probably named after
I don't know.
Some fashion designer
dude
went
who
crazy
wanted,
there or something?
like something like that. I don't know where that came from, but it's a legit place. It was.
What's so scary about it?
I'd heard rumors about the place, and that I go in pretty skeptical. You have to, but rumors of like this angry teacher that doesn't like to be provoked. She used to be a teacher there or something. This school's got some weird, dark, twisted history to it. But this specific teacher, if you mess with her or whatever, if you provoke or you're disrespectful towards her, she's malevolent back, is what we had heard going in. We decided to put the theory to the test. Oh, she was so hot. But we put the theory to the test, and yeah, it's hard to explain because unless you go on these investigations and you get these feelings, it's almost like this sickening anxiety, like the most like weird anxiety.
You guys have groupies that like want to follow you on all these hunts? I bet you do. No,
yeah,
I'm serious.
Yeah,
this would be cool. Now I'll tell you. Answer the question, then I'll tell you why. You're laughing at me. Shut it.
Not necessarily groupies, but there's tons of people who want to go out with you.
Don't you think that'd be cool? Hey, how about this? For Halloween, we're going to go with these paranormal guys, and they're going to take us in this supposedly haunted building. Yeah, sounds cool. Or we could sit on the couch and watch a movie. Okay, stop laughing. Now, let me ask you about this. I'm from Logan, and when I was in high school, the nunnery.
Yeah.
We would go to the nunnery because we were freaked out. We made up a bunch of shiz. I'm sure it's all urban legend. But here's the deal. We would go there and we'd park. This was freaky. We'd park. Did you ever do this, Sam? We'd park, because it was all sealed off, and then we'd see, how far you could go. They had dogs and craps, and then we'd freak out. But anyway, the urban legend is that's way haunted and all these people, whatever. Tell us that.
Yeah, Ghost Adventures just filmed there, actually.
Serious?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago they were there. Wow. So that'll be in their new season.
Ghost
Adventures on Travel Channel.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know disrespect. I'm just not familiar. That's cool.
He knows.
Watch that.
You know. Yeah. No.
I'm telling you, he's a groupie.
Are you groupie?
My wife, she's pretty. She gets to when she gets scared, she attaches a lot of spirits, and they're not good spirits.
Well, that's not a good thing to have happen.
What does that mean? What he said was his wife attaches to bad spirits.
Right. Whenever she feels like she's scared, she's and she cannot sleep at night. And next thing you know, it's like.
So look, let me give you the logical approach to that is she has to get outside of her own head and stop convincing herself that bad things are going to happen. Okay, that's the non-ghost way to fix that.
I agree.
But yeah, if every day you say, "Oh, I'm gonna get cold. I feel it coming on. I'm gonna get cold. I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get sick," you're probably gonna get sick.
Boom.
No, I totally agree. I think it's with her mind.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't believe in that stuff.
No, you do. And by the way, I'm not disrespecting it. I'm just telling you what my belief set. Yeah, nobody can frickin' hear you, dog. So come in here. Come and talk in this microphone. Now they'll be able to hear you but not be able to understand you, so that'll be good. So go ahead.
No, I'm just saying,
Myself, I don't believe that stuff because I like to watch movies and things like that. But anytime she feels that way, eventually I start seeing like doors opening, closing. Like I remember I had a pit bull, a dog, and she literally like got into her cage because our door in our room is like shut down, and she was barking at the door. And I'm laying down in bed, and the door is right next to me, right? And I'm like, I swear. And I say, get the hell out of my house, kind of like, Yeah. And eventually, it went away for me, but for her, it continued.
Still continues.
So let me just look. When you tell somebody to get the crap out of your house, does that sound hostile or nice? Why don't you say, I would prefer it if you would leave my house right now. Be nice to these ghosts, right?
Exactly, man. Treat them with respect.
What would you say to that? Being all real, being real.
I've seen a lot of instances like that. The first thing I would do is, I probably wouldn't even conduct an investigation until you tried, like, just, I don't know, positive mindset for, a couple weeks, honestly. Where, we'd probably meet with you a couple times, and if the claims matched up, we like to meet with people separately so they don't feed off of each other's stories, and we kind of match them up, and then kind of go from there, and then. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I would honestly probably tell you be positive for a while, see what happens, and if nothing happens, then we'll come in and check it out. But
don't you think that's true? That's the same thing as when you were little and you thought that something was under your bed, and or this was always for me running up the stairs. I hated running up the stairs in the night, because I was the last one, and I always...
something's chasing you?
Well, nothing was chasing me, but my head made that up, and then it became real, and then I fed it, and it was... And I would slam the door at the top, and I think, and I'm not trying to minimize this with her, but for me, I believe our brain is so powerful, we create all that stuff.
There's actually a phenomenon called pareidolia, too. Which is like, that's where you, for example, you look at the clouds and you see a face in it, right? Or you look in an object and you're like, oh, that looks like this or that. And your mind actually does that with sight and sound. So the other night I was doing an investigation and some crazy stuff was happening, and it seemed like it was more and more. And then the next thing you know, I swear I was seeing things everywhere. And I kind of had to...
Yeah, what does that mean?
Shadows, light anomalies. It was an investigation on 25th Street, actually, where the tunnels were.
Ogden again. Stay the frick out of Ogden,
dude. I can't. It's addicting. But it was a never investigated location, never been investigated. So they invited us in, and I told the team, if there's anything here, they claimed there were. People who worked there claimed they were seeing full-bodied apparitions, like moving through doors and walls and stuff. So we're like, okay, cool. So let's go and check this out. So we investigated it. And sure enough, the claims were validated through 4 of our investigators who all witnessed shadows throughout the whole night. But we all witnessed one very prominent one. It was a large black mass we tried to debunk, and we couldn't. From that point, I was so excited by seeing that and not being able to explain that the next thing you know, I felt like I was seeing things everywhere. But reality was I just needed to take a breather, sit back, and most likely a lot of those probably were just, my mind playing tricks on me. Something
okay,
like that.
This is good, Amy. More questions. Amy's this is my wife. She is fascinated by this stuff, and maybe that's why I'm a little joking about it, because she's always talking about that. She loves, and then she sleeps with the lights on for a week and a half. So, go figure on that.
What instruments do you use?
Instruments that you and we'll get to that question.
This kind of falls hand in hand with it, I guess. Opinions on
Dude, we got the same haircut, dog.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah.
We just got a shout out on a comment from Australia. Hi from Australia.
Dude, Australia. What up, mate? G'day, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie.
No rules, just right.
A joke. Oh, it's Hyro? He's not in Australia. Hyro, you're a freaking awesome stud. You taught me a lot of good things. Sorry.
Good. Ouija boards. And then you were talking about what equipment do we use?
Yes.
So, so Ouija boards, my opinion on Ouija boards, I think they're just the same. They've got a bad reputation. They're very Hollywoodized. Yes. Is that a word? What do you say? Hollywoodized? Hollywoodized? Like, is there an N in there?
I think Hollywoodized is good. And by the way, if you take Uber a lot, you're an Ubi. Oh. We just made that up today.
That's pretty cool. I'm totally gonna use
You're
that.
An Ubi, dog.
I'm an Ubi.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got a bad reputation, but reality is they're no different than any other communication tool, in my personal opinion. They're supposedly...
They're no different than a phone?
I don't.
No.
With communication, spiritual communication.
Oh, okay. No different than a spirit. Okay.
But yeah, they do have that new iPhone
Ouija
Ouija coming out.
Essentially.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
wait. They have an iPhone Ouija?
I wish.
Oh, I was like, whoa, what?
I wish.
Okay.
That's my opinion. But there are people who say there's a specific demon attached to Ouija board called Zozo.
Zozo. Dude, we
Zozo.
should get you guys hooked up with this Michael, the film dude. What was his name? Brandon. This guy's a film dude. You guys could do some stuff, man.
That'd be fun.
Oh, that's how you found him too.
You found me on my YouTube channel.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So talk more about that. Instruments and what's the guy's name again? The bad guy for Ouija?
Zozo.
All right.
Zozo is no.
No.
Here's one. This is the most common thing if you're a ghost hunter and you don't have this. It's like breaking ghost hunting rules. It's a K2 meter. I personally don't like these very much just because they can be debunked so much.
What does that mean?
You turn it on, and it changes different colors based on the electromagnetic fields in the air. So if you were to send a text message and I were to put it close to your phone, it would actually start lighting up. There's too many ways to naturally debunk this, but a lot of investigators, it's like their go-to tool. They sleep with it under their pillow. Not really, but they love these things. But this is one form of communication that's pretty much no different really than a Ouija board if you think about it, because what we're doing is asking yes and no questions. Hey, if there's a spirit here, can you light this up for me twice? Or, hey, if there's anyone here, come touch this green light. It's kind of the same
so you
thing,
ask those questions when you do that deal?
Yeah, a lot of people do. The only reason I use these at this point is to go into a location and actually hold it against the walls and make sure that there's no power lines, because too much EMF, electromagnetic fields, can make different. Everyone has a different sensitivity level. So you may be completely immune to it, while Jeff over here might be super sensitive. And if you are super sensitive, it can cause you to actually hallucinate. Your body can change temperature. You can feel like you're being watched. You get paranoid. You can even start getting like burning, like itching feelings. And
it's your wife right here, dog. So what happened? What does that cause from? This is what
electromagnetic fields.
Okay.
EMF.
Lisa, stop listening to Schubert Dip. Anybody get that? That's an album from EMF. That was freaking awesome right there.
Sweet. So yeah, that's it. But everyone's got a different sensitivity level. So
Jeff,
so
talk about Jeff for a minute. So Jeff goes on these hunts with you because you were saying you're fortunate you have this YouTube channel. When you're talking about you, is it you? Is Jeff is he apprenticing with you? Are you guys partners? Talk about that.
Yeah, so I have a paranormal team that does everything with me. The YouTube channel is basically my channel that I upload my videos on, but these guys are all in my videos. Jeff, I'm helping him launch his channel, which is actually Ghosts and Guns.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's Ghosts and Guns? Is that like Python's guns, or is it like
guns? Actual guns.
Okay, but you can't kill ghosts with guns, right?
No.
Okay, but I like it. Okay.
You can make ghosts with guns, but...
There you go. I like that. Very clever. Very clever. Good.
So, yeah, that's his channel that we're just starting to launch. Let's
talk about YouTube for a second. Are you okay to do that?
Yeah.
So you monetize YouTube.
Yeah.
Recently, YouTube changed their monetization. I don't know if they changed it, but they've kind of been enforcing their executive right to choose which channels they allow or which videos they allow monetization. And there's been a lot of people that are getting affected by this. So basically, in the bylaws of the YouTube channel, YouTube says we reserve the right to demonetize any video if we deem that it's not marketable, which is a very subjective term, because who determines what is or what isn't marketable? So what I've seen is there's all these people that are getting all upset because they're not getting paid on certain things. I want to talk about that. A, has that affected you? Do you see it affecting you? And then B, is that a valid concern about using other mediums instead of building a constituency on YouTube only?
No, so it hasn't personally affected me yet, and that's because...
It's probably because you have good content, you're not belligerent. And
I'm my own production company, essentially, so
right.
my stuff's good, and my numbers are up, like, huge. So if they start falling, then yeah, I'll probably like really worry about it.
Well, but these are like people that are getting affected. These are people. A lot of these gamers that'll stream them playing games and commenting along to it. So basically, a lot of them are getting demonetized.
Yeah, and you know it's weird. I heard about that. I didn't even really investigate it because it hasn't affected me whatsoever.
Right. I don't think it would based upon your content.
The only thing that affects my content, and you got to be very careful about it, is just using other people's content. Don't do it, because if you do, then you can't monetize your videos, or you shouldn't. There's some stuff YouTube won't catch, but someone else might,
Sure.
And if they do, then, you can't monetize your videos. Third-party content match, and you'll actually, you can still upload your video without getting a copyright strike, but it'll pay that artist. You're not going to get paid for it. So if you get a viral video with someone else's song on it, they're going to make all the money, even though it's all... You could use a 10-second little clip, and they're going to get paid for that whole thing.
Well, and I'll tell you, I did have a copyright strike on one of my videos, and I'm not big in YouTube at all. I use it just for accessing when I send links to people, and it was completely innocent, but it was a pain in the butt to remove. They're for real. I've been the same thing. Neither does Facebook, by the way. If you get unsanctioned from Facebook, which I was put in a penalty box for them, and I think, how long was it, honey? 2 months they put me in a penalty box, and it's I tried to respond. I'm sorry. What could I do? They didn't even respond to me. I was in the dog house.
I got blocked from live broadcasts on Facebook. I was doing a charity event. No joke, charity event, paranormal thing. They had me as a guest out there, and there was ambient music in the background, and it was copyrighted music.
There you
go. And I got put in Facebook jail. I could not live broadcast.
And my guess is you couldn't communicate. You send all these requests.
I sent 2, and then it just said that they were open requests or something, right? They don't get back
nothing.
To you.
They said you'll be removed by this day, and then you just wait.
And you just
I had them shut down my Facebook account. We were in Colorado, and they shut down my Facebook account. What's going on? Then they re-uploaded it. Then they shut it down again. Then they re-uploaded it. No communication. They didn't tell me why. They didn't tell me what. It was just completely random. So the reason that I think this is important, and maybe this is relevant to people, is because think about this. If you're tying your income to revenue generated on a company, a public company, which really you don't own or I don't own, we are vulnerable there. No vulnerable than anybody that picks up their paycheck from somebody else, okay?
Right.
How do you foresee yourself preventing eliminating your followers, because ultimately that's where the value is, right? The value is in the people that subscribe to your channel, that watch your content, and that want to know what you're going to say next.
Exactly.
Right? And you can take those, if we're smart, we can take those people to whatever, if it's Vimeo, if it's YouTube, if it's Facebook, we should be able to get those people to follow. Have you thought about that? I know I kind of took a detour from Ghost Store. Sorry, guys.
No. Well, this all ties into it. But, it's actually, YouTube's kind of like a gateway, honestly, for me. It's not something that I'm I'm going to retire off YouTube. But so it's a matter of sponsorships. Is it going to get me into other films? Is it going to open the doorways to other things? There's also a lot of YouTubers get paid by a thing called Patreon. A lot of people use it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
I'm not familiar with it.
But it's people can go on and make monthly pledges to what you do to help fund your channel.
Almost like a Kickstarter kind of deal.
Yeah, kind of. So but they pay monthly fees. So you could go on. I could get someone to be a donator to me for 10 cents a month. But if you have 3 million subscribers and they're each doing a penny,
I got you 10 cents a month, Doc.
Yeah, right.
I'll do it right now.
Thanks, man.
Mark me down.
Okay.
What is your YouTube channel, Isaac? Can we get that on there? Because obviously, if you like what these guys have said, which, by the way, these guys are studs. They come out here. This is prime time for them. This is the season, and it's a weekend night. So this is like ghost hunting, hot season, if you will. I appreciate you guys coming out here. We're going to post that. Isaac will post it. Tell them what the YouTube channel.
Sweet.
Well, no, we'll come back. But that's his channel that they're just launching. What's your channel?
Paranormal Prophecy is my channel. But
you know how to spell prophecy? Yes, he's a freaking smart dude. I wouldn't.
PH.
Just so
PH.
You know.
He can spell it in English and Russian.
Yeah. Oh. I would have jacked that up, but okay. So and subscribe again if you like what you've heard and what you're seeing. Subscribe. I don't know why people are so stingy with subscribes and likes and follows. If you appreciate the person who's giving you this content for free, that's how you thank them. So please do that. I'll make sure to do it. I've got 2 or 3 channels, and we'll subscribe up because I'd love to see more of what you're doing. Go ahead, Amy.
So, dream haunts to go investigate.
Dream haunts to go. Oh, so do you have any bucket list of I wish I want to go and explore this haunted mansion?
Yeah, there are a couple. I think the first one that comes to mind is Bobby Mackey's, which I was supposed to investigate and it fell through.
Bobby McGee?
Bobby Mackey's.
Okay.
He was actually a country singer.
Okay.
Bobby Mackey's.
I was going Janis Joplin, isn't it, Bobby McGee? Yeah, okay.
That one's pretty cliche, though, so I want to think of another one that's probably not so cliche.
Why? I don't know who it is. Who is he? And what's
the
the
paranormal people that are watching, they're probably like, yeah, who doesn't want to investigate that place?
Yeah. What is it, though? Tell for people that are stupid like me.
It's a music house, right now. It's a music house. Bobby Mackey's Music World is what it's called, but it's got a very dark history. A lady named Pearl Bryan, supposedly her head was actually thrown down a well. It used to be a slaughterhouse there, right? So a guy named Scott Walling. Was it Scott? Alonzo and Scott. I'm trying to remember their last names, but they Scott was dating Pearl. Pearl was pregnant with his child, and they said, hey, meet us at the train station, the train tracks or whatever, right? They ended up decapitating her and throwing her head into this well, which is Bobby Mackey's. And they actually got hung. They died for their crimes. They were hung, and when they were being hung, they said, we will forever come back to haunt this world. And Bobby Mackey's has since been known as like a really hardcore location.
Where is it at?
It's Wilder, Kentucky.
Wilder, Kentucky is where that's at. And my question was, it's crazy that they wouldn't have made a movie, but it seems to me that scary films always do well. And on Halloween season, there's never enough, okay, right? Because it's always like, okay, there's one new one that came out in the last year, and then let's watch the 5 that we've already seen. So it seems to me that would...
Or they put them out at weird times, like
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus in '93 was released in like July or something. Like, why do they do that?
Because it's Bette Midler, dog. That's why. Okay. And the mid does what the mid wants.
The mid.
Right. What you were answering a question? I interrupted you. I have a habit of doing that.
Yeah. So
Dream haunts. You said that one's cliche. So what's another one that maybe isn't as cliche?
Not as cliche.
I want to take him to the Queen Mary in Long Beach. I've been there with me and my wife. That place is awesome. It was actually a hospital ship during World War II. So it was a passenger ship, and then it became they called the Grey Ghost during World War II, and it was a hospital ship.
Didn't your grandma come over on it or something?
But now it's actually a hotel in Long Beach. But there's been multiple deaths on there and stuff like that. But it also has ties to me because my grandma and the oldest aunt, my dad's oldest sister, they actually came back from England on that ship after the war because my grandpa was over there during World War II and he met my grandma and they got married and stuff, so they came back on it. So it's got family ties, but it's legitimately haunted too.
Have you guys, I don't know if this is a thing, has anybody done ghost hunts on maybe this is sensitive, maybe this is bad for me to say, but Holocaust sites and stuff like that?
I'm
or
sure
places
there's probably
where there was mass genocides done.
There could be. The problem is though is that there are so many teams that don't understand what paranormal research is, and there's probably so many people that are going to hate me for saying that. But a lot of the teams, they just want a thrill. They'll say whatever. They'll go into a location. They'll provoke, saying nasty things. I mean, would you want someone coming in and talking nasty about your wife, saying messed up stuff to try and get her to communicate? No.
Yeah, see, Moy, this is what I just said. Talk nice to the ghosts. Exactly.
And so it's the same thing, especially when you get into a really sensitive place like that. I think if it were done under the right circumstance, which I don't know that there is a right circumstance, then maybe, but the reason that those places are so sacred is because it probably wouldn't be handled right. There'd probably be something that would be disrespectful in some way.
I'm sure. My asking is probably disrespectful, but I'm curious, so I just didn't know.
Personally, I would never do it, but I'm sure there's probably a handful of people that would jump at it.
I've been asked that
unfortunately.
too, because my grandpa, when he was over there in World War II, he actually helped liberate Dachau, one of the prison camps. And someone has asked me, would you go investigate there? I'm like, no, because to me that's disrespectful to those people that lost their lives that way. It's just let them be at peace. Let them.
What else? Is there anything else
How do you get permission?
The question is, how do you get permission?
Permission, that's funny. It's when you're first getting into the field, it's almost like a trick of the trade. You got to kind of figure out how, but
so you're in sales too.
Yeah.
Everybody's in sales. Have you found that out today? Everybody's in sales.
You got to kind of just figure out. You got to know someone who knows someone, unfortunately. But once you break that initial cycle, you become. Now we're to the point where we're friends with a lot of owners. Leslie's Family Tree in Santa Quinn, Corey Broadhead, she's a great lady. Good friends with her. So that's person contact. Larry from Making Sense in Ogden, 25th Street. I'll stay away.
Man, dude, I'm telling you,
I'm gonna stay away, man. No, but just researching who the business owners are and just going in. You really kind of do have to be a salesman and just walk in when they're open and just say,
that's
hey,
the
this
truth,
is what
though.
I do.
Every business, you have to be a salesman if you want to succeed in whatever it is. That's the truth. So, you had a question. Wait, did you answer? Did that satisfy your question? Okay, go ahead, Philip.
So Utah has a lot of haunted places.
Says Utah has a lot of haunted places.
Other states, to my understanding, I've looked at. Well, I'm going online and looked at. There's a lot of places that have haunted.
He says it seems like Utah has more haunted placings than other states.
I would have to disagree.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the worst.
Is it really?
Yeah, the haunts we do have we have some really good haunted places here, but the quantity, there's so few of them compared. Yeah.
Stay the heck away from them.
Let's see, who are the people who've helped us out, Jeff? We'll name those ones.
See,
Leslie's Family Tree.
It does sound fun, right? I would go with you. Yeah, I bet you could, dude. Well, have you ever thought about that?
Doing what?
Like taking people on, like a ride-along,
we
charging.
We do that all the time.
No, but charging, dog.
Oh, I ain't gonna charge you. Come on.
Yeah, come on. You have $50. Let's do it.
I'm gonna charge you. Come with.
Yeah, I bet that'd be cool. Anyway, sorry. So you're answering the question. I interrupted again.
Well, when we do charge, like this event we're doing on the 28th in Ogden, we're actually giving that money back to the owner. We're not keeping the money.
We never profit. We do a lot of like charities and stuff, and so we always donate back. We did one for this lady with cancer, raised $2,000 for her and her family. We're doing one for this guy. We're giving him all the proceeds. We've done some for Leslie's. We give them the proceeds. We're not.
It's really cool because the stereotype, the stigma is, you guys are just like, you're.
Well, and don't get me wrong. There's a team here in Utah. I'm not going to name names. And I'm not going to get into that, but they're charging people to go to a cemetery. They're taking people out and saying, "Hey, $40 a person, come investigate the cemetery," which I think is unbelievably ridiculous.
Right,
That's
but people are paying it.
It's ridiculous. I don't know why.
The argument of that is, hey, if people are willing to pay,
it shouldn't be. Other people's deaths should not be your business. That's my opinion.
I like that opinion.
So, unless you are a mortician.
Unless you're embalming them.
What places are there then? I'm just curious.
Okay, I'll name off some of my favorites. Leslie's Family Tree is one of my favorites, down in Santa Quinn. You're going to drive an hour to get there, okay? Larry's, which is Making Sense, 25th Street. Yeah. I already named that one.
I know, that's good, I'm just saying Ogden. It's another reason for me to stay the crap out of Ogden.
One of my favorites is called Grappa Italian Restaurant in Park City.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's an Italiano.
Wife of a foreman hung herself on the third floor up there. She walked in on him and another woman and off herself.
Wait. You had one up in Logan that you worked at, the Cottage.
I think I've heard about that one. I don't think they let people in, though.
Somebody hung themselves there.
Maybe they do.
I'll tell you, it was awful.
Nobody can hear Amy. Here, come on.
I know, I'm coming. I should just be conducting this interview.
I'm going to move to Village Haunted.
Is the what?
Lagoon
Pioneer.
Oh.
I have heard some of the most insane stories about that place, but it's really hard to get in.
Because I talked
if at all.
to my kids, and I asked the security guard, and he looked at me like, yeah.
We've actually...
he looked at me,
Who's going to haunt Lagoon?
Well, think about what those buildings were in their history and their past, right?
I guess they brought them all in, didn't they?
We were actually told that they don't allow any employees back there after dark. That it's only, we were told it was state police actually patrolling.
Yeah.
Because of the weird stuff that happens back there. We don't know how true that is.
I'm not going to speak for anyone, but I heard the word dangerous thrown around.
Yeah.
So I guess
place.
that's a question that I have that probably other people have. Okay, so you get scared, you get a little creeped out, you feel anxious, but can you actually get hurt?
Yeah, absolutely you can. It just depends on where you are. I think it's not necessarily something that's common, but hurt to us is bruising. I've seen bruising. I've had bruising.
Seriously?
But a lot of people are scratches. I don't know why that's so huge, and I actually want to research that. I want to research the scratching phenomena, like
the Trinity.
Why?
The three
Because
scratches.
why would they scratch you, and why are so many people saying they get scratched? So I want to research that phenomena.
Hollywood.
I've had like
Hollywood.
I've had like burning sensations and like red skin and stuff. But the whole scratching phenomena, I want to research that. Is that the only ghostly way to harm is by scratching? I don't understand that, but
Cat bite, dude. Cat bite.
Yeah,
cat bite.
But yeah, supposedly they can harm you. Thank you.
And then there's a haunted attraction that you can go walk through. That was what I saw on YouTube that you said is actually haunted.
I think there's a couple. Which video were you watching? Do you remember?
It was the top 5 most haunted places. You talked about the Park City Jail.
Yep.
You talked about, what is it? Right off the freeway.
Fear Factory.
Fear Factory with the big towers.
Yep.
Which is freaky to drive past anyway. So what did it used to be that it's haunted now?
It was Portland Cement Co. It had quite a few gruesome deaths that took place there. So a guy named Charles Whitner.
Before OSHA took over.
Yeah, a guy named Charles Whitner, he'd only been working the factory 2 short weeks, and I was about to script that whole thing. I've done the voiceover for it so many times. He was only working there 2 short weeks before he met his unfortunate demise. But he was walking on the catwalks, which are about 50 feet above your head.
And those are the ones that they put those big haunted ghosts. You can see them when you're driving on the freeway.
When you're driving by. So there's catwalks. There's 2 different areas of catwalks, but back when the factory was in operation, below were boiling potashes of water and chemicals, and the steam would rise, and those catwalks got slippery. And they weren't fully caged like they are now. If you go in there now, they're fully caged. But back then, they weren't. And Charles, with the moisture and the dizziness, took over his body, and he fell actually into it and boiled to death. The other guy was George Howe. He was the man in charge of the maintenance of the machine known as the coal crusher. Once again, scripted.
Coal crusher.
And he was alone in the factory one night oiling the machine before shutting it down. And he reached in to apply oil to the gears, right? And the machine slowly it clipped his sleeve and started pulling his arm in. He's trying to do this, ends up pulling his whole arm in and rips his arm off, and he actually bled to death and died down in the tunnel portion. I can't think of a better term than, that sucks. So,
happened to Roger Rabbit's with Ty, remember that?
Yeah, dude. Same thing.
What about the asylum?
I love the asylum.
Oh wow, that was serious.
I love the asylum. The owners of the asylum, I don't know that they're too big on letting people in anymore, but the times that I have been, I love it. It's amazing. Yeah. It's one of the only places where, and it's funny because I talk to other paranormal investigators. Some of them don't have good experiences there, or let me rephrase. They have good experiences, but some of them are like, oh yeah, it's great, it's just normal, whatever. But for me, when I go there, I get scared. I don't know if it's just me personally, but like there's stuff there that freaks me out.
And you can.
Is this a haunted house?
Yeah, it's in Tooele.
Yeah, I've been there, but.
Yeah. It was old Tooele Hospital. Yeah.
But you can actually pay to go like tour, but it's not like a haunted house, right? But
no, it is a haunted house.
It is a haunted house.
During
okay.
Halloween. Yeah, it's a haunted house.
It's a full contact.
It's nuts. Okay, ghosts aside, that haunted house is nuts. I went there. They pulled me away from my friends, drugged me by myself, threw me in this maze thing, right? And I'm now in this maze by myself. And I'm not kidding. I spent probably 40 minutes trying to find my way out of this maze. I finally get out. And as soon as I pop the door and figure my way out, after all these freaking clowns are up in my face laughing at me because I can't figure out how to get out, I open the door and I get out. There's 2 dudes out there, pick me up, throw me over their shoulders, throw me back in the maze from the beginning.
No.
I was so pissed. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Your friends were mad too because they were in the parking lot waiting for 2 hours.
Exactly. You get in the parking lot and you're just waiting for people. But it's cool in the same sense because you come out with so many more friends than you went in with because you get paired up with someone you don't know. And, hey, man, I don't know you. We got to figure this out, though.
Besties.
We're
you
stuck
are
in
my
here.
Christmas card.
We got to get out of here. And it is truly freaky. I love that place. So, yeah.
So what else? Park City Jail, you talked about.
I love Park City Jail. I want to marry it. It's so amazing.
Occupational hazard.
I'm married. So, it's beautiful. Like, I don't know. I find creepy stuff like that, the ambience of creepy stuff, beautiful.
Okay,
To
so
me,
what
it's
are
beautiful.
what are some, like, shows that we can digitally record on cable that you would recommend as actual, like, legitimate, not Hollywoodized?
Paranormal Prophecy.
Well.
My Haunted Doll. My documentaries. Go look at my documentaries. Okay, in my honest opinion, television shows.
Sensationalized.
I don't
Not
know if
so
I'm
much.
going to even say one. I can tell you my favorite ones, but I have a lot of friends that are on the shows, but I'm not going to say one that
I think the problem that we run into is when we do investigations, people expect something to happen. It's like they're like, you're guaranteed something's going to happen, right? It's like, no, they're not monkeys. We can't train them to perform. So we have to, we can
Unless we're talking to monkey spirits, Jeff.
Yeah, you never know.
Go to the zoo and
Chris,
We'll go to Hogle
Christina,
Zoo.
It wants to know, why is there so much known about Zozo?
Why is there so much known?
Yeah, how do you know?
So she's asking.
How do you know about Zozo?
And then she also said, as a follow-up, what state has the most haunted places? And somebody says, holla.
Holla.
Okay.
What?
I think that's Olaf.
I prefer it to be holla.
Is that Olaf?
Again, we've been on the air now for like 14 and a half hours, so give us a break. All right.
He could have helped you on that one.
Okay.
I
most
should have worn
haunted
my
states-
Chapulín, Colorado
You should have
shirt.
worn it, dude. Totally.
Do you know Chapulín, Colorado? Chapulín? No? Chavo del Ocho?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah! I have a shirt, and I was like, no, man, people are going to, like, freak out if I wear that.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
Nashville, I've heard Nashville is one of the most haunted cities because you have all these poor musicians that are still playing and don't know they're dead and they're waiting to be discovered.
Have you guys ever thought going outside of the United States?
I would love to. As soon as that funding comes in, yeah, let's do it.
I did check out a couple things while I was in Mexico.
Yeah. Louisiana.
Went to
Mexico.
Mexico.
Louisiana, Mexico? Okay.
No, we went to Guanajuato and checked out the.
That's where I'm from.
Really?
Oh.
That's where my mother-in-law's from. Yeah, we went and checked out the mummies, the Mummy Museum.
Okay.
Because there was the cemeteries there in Guanajuato City, and a lot of people died from like cholera and stuff like that. Well, if you couldn't pay for your family remains to be interred, they would dig their bodies up, and then they would just keep the bodies.
No.
Yeah.
So they'd bury you and
They'd
then.
bury you, and then if your family couldn't afford to keep you buried, they'd dig your body up to make room for
So is
other
it like a
bodies.
yearly rent?
I guess. I don't know what exactly.
You didn't pay your body rent this month,
Right?
man. You're evicted.
So
It's ridiculous.
they dig these bodies up and they just store them in a warehouse. Well, come to find out, due to the climate and stuff like that, these bodies were naturally mummified. And so...
Don't act like you know stuff.
No.
He's a thinking larger. No, you know nothing.
So if you go into this... So these people that work there, they're like, hey, this is cool. We're gonna charge a few pesos for people to come in here and check out these mummies. These workers that work
You're
in
just
this
like
warehouse.
walking around looking at mummies.
So, yeah, so then all of a sudden, then the city's like, hey, yeah, let's make this into a legitimate museum type thing. So you go in this place and there's cases with mummies. I've got pictures on my phone of it even, and there's like even one of a mother that died giving birth and the baby died, and they've got that, and it's
For sure the creepiest thing
it's
that I've heard
creepy.
tonight.
It's pretty creepy, but it's just amazing though because of how they're naturally mummified and
Right.
it's just their clothing, hair, fingernails are still there.
Do you just get a feeling when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
there, though?
Oh yeah, definitely. You just get kind of a creepy vibe
Oh.
out of it.
New Orleans, very haunted.
That's what I think of. New Orleans.
I would say if I would say probably New England, Massachusetts, New England,
Boston.
some of those places. Those probably have probably some of the most.
Which area?
I've been to Salem.
Salem,
Salem
Salem.
is awesome. I've been there.
But just New England in general, New York. I went to a cool place called Fort William Henry. It's in upstate New York, and it was used in the French anymore. They have dungeons in the basement.
Oh, wow.
That was insane. That was one of the coolest experiences.
I'd like to
ever.
go to some of the plantations too.
Yeah, the plantations. There's so much back east.
Oh yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's good stuff in the west too, but not as much.
Right.
Because it's much newer.
Well, it's newer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The history.
So-
What
is not-
about, like...
There's a lot of nice breasts in the West.
There are.
like Alcatraz?
I would die to go to Alcatraz. That's actually what I was going to say. When you were talking about the Queen Mary, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I'll say. Alcatraz, that's my bucket list. Alcatraz.
Can you, like, pay to stay overnight in Alcatraz? That'd be crazy.
The thing is, though, is so many of these people have made these, like Alcatraz and Bobby Mackey's and Rolling Hills and all these well-known haunted locations. They've turned it into a money-making business.
Right.
So what? Some of them are like $1,000.
Yeah, there's one back in Tennessee that's $1,500 a night just to investigate it. And that's a whole other topic.
Yeah,
but they make it too. But it's, I don't know. I would honestly, I'd pay that for Alcatraz. I shouldn't say that, but I would. Alcatraz is beautiful.
Yeah, we wanted to investigate the old state pen up in Boise.
They want $1 million insurance.
You got to have a $1 million umbrella policy and $300 an hour.
Do you think that's just to make it sensationalized so that it's exciting and
I don't know
you feel like it's a big deal?
No, I think it's because they go on TV and then it's a desired destination, so they realize, oh, well, we could charge more and get away with it, and they do.
And then I think also it's kind of a deterrent too,
right?
Just to keep like really crazy people from wanting to go.
I don't think Aflac sells those kinds of umbrella policies.
No, I don't think either.
All right, that's my guy right there.
No, I got you.
Okay.
So how did you get started? Like
me? Okay. I had this.
You gotta tell it the full thing, dude.
No, man.
Yes, tell the full thing.
I get passionate. I get passionate when I tell it.
It's 12:35. We ain't got nothing else going on.
Okay, I'll tell you that.
Tell the full thing.
You convinced me.
Tell the full thing.
Okay, so I had this neighbor lady. We might call her a MILF. She was pretty attractive.
Did she bake pies?
She baked.
That wasn't dirty. That was a previous conversation. Moises, when he moved here from Mexico, he had watched movies about how when you move to when you move to a neighborhood, people bring over pies and cookies. So he moved here from Mexico, and instead of getting pies and cookies, he almost got arrested. So I didn't mean that dirty.
It's a different kind of pie.
Yeah, no, my bad. Let me clarify. Clarify here.
So yeah, we were like, ooh, I was 16 or 15, something like that, right? So we're like, okay, she's a cute lady, you know, and she had some kids that were roughly around my little brother's age, which would have been like 12 or so at the time, right? And we were all just out skateboarding, and she told us to watch her house because she was going to go on a vacation. She just said, keep an eye on my house for me, would you? And I was like, yeah, anything you say.
It's a weird request.
Well,
not water my plant.
No, just as a friendly neighborly gesture, like, hey boys, watch my house for me, would you? You know, just because we want to feel like men, and she knew that. Keep an eye on my house, would you? If anything happened, beat the crap out of these robbers, whatever. I don't know. So we were obliged. It was me, my brother, and then my really two good friends that were all living right in this area, and we all skateboarded in front of her house. Okay, cool. We will keep an eye on your house. And when she said keep an eye on her house, we took it literal. And we sat and watched like weirdos.
Like sleeping in shifts on
yeah,
the
we're like,
sidewalk.
hey, I'm going to take a few. You got this shift. So we were literally watching her window. We were taking a break from skateboarding, watching her bay window. I think part of it was keeping an eye, and part of it was just kind of we happened to be sitting there at that time. But we were looking up at her bay window, and I'll never forget it. I saw an old man, walk in front of the window and just disintegrate in front of us. Disintegrated. And it was like out of a movie. And mind you, I wasn't raised to believe in that, I guess. I was raised to believe, like, there's angels and demons, and that's it. But I knew what I was looking at was neither an angel nor demon. What is this thing I'm looking at? It was the afterlife, right? It was death. It was a spirit. It was energy, whatever it was. But I knew I was looking at something that supposedly was not supposed to exist. And so just like in the movies, all four of us looked at each other like this, and we took off running. We didn't say a word. That was the best part. We didn't even say a word to each other until we got all the way back up the hill to the circle. We're like, there's no way. That was really a ghost. Holy cow. So me, my other brothers, my brother and my two friends, they went and did their own thing. That was a cool experience for them. Great. One for the record books, put it in their little diaries or whatever. Me, I was like, no, I got to find out. What was that? So by this point, I had moved, and so I started going up to this place called the Sprague Library. It's up in Sugar House. and I pretty much cleaned out their entire inventory of anything ghost-related. DVDs, or actually it was VHS. That's how old this was. VHS movies, books, and I would just sit there and pop them in, and I would just be, like, glued to the TV, like, my brother's name's Kevin. Kevin, you got to check this out, and I don't care. Mom, look. Whatever, you know. And I was just, it became an obsession. And one thing led to another. I started a team, and yada, yada, and then I met this guy, and now here I am.
So what do you guys do for your day jobs?
The YouTube.
That's it.
That's it. I make ghost hunting videos.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
It is amazing.
I wish I could do that.
Jeff works.
Someday.
We're
working on it.
Hey, ghosts and guns, it's coming. Trust me.
Working on it.
We'll get him.
I actually work for, I don't know if we can say the name of the...
Yeah.
Dell EMC. They do network storage, stuff like that, so...
He's a government
computer
spy.
guy.
Yeah, computer nerd.
With a government ID and does weird government spy stuff.
So what is like the equipment? Like we were watching Wayne's World a couple of weeks ago because we're trying to introduce our daughters to like really great old movies, right? So we're watching Wayne's World to get ready for our public access show, and he had the dream of the Fender Stratocaster, right? So what is your dream equipment if you just had like a black Amex and you could go buy whatever you wanted? What would you buy?
A piece of string and a bell.
Seriously?
I'm moving backwards. I think technology is getting ridiculous. They're building all these pieces of equipment that, unless you're the person who built it, you have no idea how it works. You're just supposed to take their word for it, that these lights flashing mean this and this means this. To me, I've reached a point this year where I'm like, you're taking technology too far to the point where I don't know how this thing works, and I'm not going to pull it apart to find out. I'm actually trying to move backwards to the fundamental things like, you know, stringing a piece of string from here to this doorway. We'll put a bell in it. If anything walks through the door, maybe the bell will jiggle. Flash photography, videography, those kinds of things.
Putting like powder, like putting a glass on the table, putting some powder around it, and then see if...
Ask it to move the glass or set it in a room and then come back later and check on it with cameras on it. That
Are there ever like footsteps on the ground? Like, do you chalk the ground?
I've never chalked the ground, but we've actually discussed it. And, you know...
We still want to have to clean up the mess
I
afterwards.
say double dog dairy, I bet.
As far as equipment is concerned, there are still, don't get me wrong, there's still some really cool pieces of equipment out there. I will always be a fan of thermal cameras. I had one called the FLIR 1, and it was actually for the iPhone 5, and it was one of the most impressive pieces of equipment. And then when I got the 6, they moved away from that. They still have one that's different, but I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, now they have them for the Android, too. They can...
Yeah, they just plug into your Lightning or whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways.
Okay, favorite ghost movies for Halloween. Favorite scary movies.
My wife hates going to scary movies with me now, though, because
you just analyze it. It's like a day at work.
I start laughing. She goes, "You're a jerk. You're ruining the movie for me." I'm like, "It's stereotypical. I can tell you what's going to happen next. I'm not going to go watch them with you anymore." Fine, whatever.
I don't know. What is my favorite? I don't like...
You don't like Paranormal Activity?
I liked the first one. I actually did like the first one.
I think the Conjuring, Conjuring's pretty good.
I mean, there's so much Hollywood in it, but the plot, yeah, I like that. Honestly, I like movies that aren't necessarily, I like more like Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci. Oh my gosh. I love stuff like that. Like, that's my jam.
What's that other one that, oh crap, what's that movie that?
Watcher in the Woods.
Watcher in the Woods. I haven't what the hell? No, I don't know if I want to see that one.
It's an old Disney movie.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't want to see that.
But when you were 8, you peed your pants.
Oh god.
Yes.
Lady in White.
That was freaky.
That
was freaky.
It's weird. You would be surprised. I don't watch that many scary movies. And when I do, I like the low budget ones.
Oh, well, obviously.
Yeah. No.
Yes. On Netflix, if it has more than 2 stars, I don't want to watch it, right?
See, those are the ones I go for.
Yeah.
I like those ones. There's this one I watched, though, that was like this bear movie, right? And this guy was in a cabin, and the bear is supposedly supposed to reach through the cabin and kind of grab the guy's head, right? Well, when he reaches through, you can see the stick holding the bear's arm and the person's hand. It is hilarious. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
So I have to. So he laughs. Nick does, because it's always time for a scary movie or horror movie year round, but he will only watch them for me or with me in October. And babe, I have to say it's the 15th, and we haven't watched one yet.
Have you seen?
I have like a window with him where he'll watch scary movies with me.
I like documentaries. So like if you can find a really good documentary that's like, you know, I like Blair. I liked Blair Witch. I'm not gonna knock that. I did. I like.
Has
the original.
anybody seen the new one though?
It looked too cheesy for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It did look cheesy.
I haven't even seen.
I think they could. I think they could have made that way cool. I think they went the wrong direction with it from a production side of things. But
Have you guys thought about making movies?
I just like to do the documentaries on YouTube, man. I'm not gonna lie. The thought is processed, but putting together something that's reality is already hard enough. So like staging and setting up shots and writing storyboards. That to me is just, it's so much extra work, and I can get away right now without even writing a storyboard if I have to. But the last thing I want to do,
that you memorize and then never produce.
I don't even memorize scripts. My scripts are more
we talked about the Fear Factory, and you're just like pumping it off.
Those are voiceover scripts, yeah. But like as far as actually like a movie script, I don't actually write down things to say until it's voiceover time. But my scripts are more along the lines of like, I want camera one here. Now I'm doing coding, so like camera coding, so like overexposed long shot, you know, close-up headshots, and then you just code them down and write them down. Those are the kinds of scripting now. But storyboarding is...
Sorry, how many hours a week do you guys investigate?
Actual investigation, probably not that many. We did, let's see, we were about 2 hours tonight. We did, I don't know, maybe 10 a week at most.
Where did you go tonight?
We were at the Union Station.
Ogden.
Okay, so the tunnels. Tell me about the tunnels. He kind of interrupted.
He's just chilling with a
because
big old bag of chips.
yeah.
I love this.
I've heard that the tunnels, like parts of them, have actually been closed off. So there's some shops you can still go down and to parts of the tunnels, but you can't go through the whole thing anymore.
Yeah, it's true. So they blocked off. I think it had to do with security because the federal building was over there on the eastern side, and so they they cemented it off. That's the only side that's cemented. Did you notice that?
Yeah, everything.
That's the only side.
Bricks.
Everything else is bricks, but the federal building's cemented. So it's kind of like, I mean, that's proof in the pudding right there of these tunnels that everyone say don't exist, but God, they do. They do. We've been down there. I've seen the doorways. It's very taboo. I just think there's a lot of maybe I don't know if the city doesn't want to expose the dark history that actually took place there because supposedly it was like the Shanghai tunnels. You guys know what the Shanghai tunnels are? Do you know what Shanghaiing was? They throw you down in these tunnels, take your shoes. Not Shanghai, but Shanghaiing, where they would throw you down these tunnels. They'd take your shoes off. There'd be broken glass all over the floors. They'd club you, knock you out, and you'd wake up in a cell.
They'd give you like they'd work in conjunction with like bartenders, and they'd give you something at the bar. You drink it, make you pass out, or make you like really like hallucinate and whatever, and they trap door drop you in the tunnels below.
Yep, I've been there too. That's in Portland.
And then you'd wake up and you'd be on a ship out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, and then the captain gives you two options. You're like, I'm on the ship now. That work or jump and swim.
That's crazy.
And they do, or die.
So tell me, the 28th, you've got tell me about the 28th.
It's a costume party / paranormal investigation. It's going to be at Making Sense / premiere. We're going to be showing a short film of mine. And it's 2 locations, Making Sense and Color Me Mine, which doesn't sound very scary. Come to Color Me Mine.
Street.
We're just going to be painting all night, actually. So
I'm going to put a bear on a mug.
It used to be a bar. It used to be some other creepy stuff back during the Prohibition, and they reported seeing all kinds of weird stuff. And so we're going to be doing the pizza party and the costume party and the premiere there, and then when we're done with that, we're going to go a couple buildings up and we're going to investigate the tunnels.
Okay, so how can people register, or get involved, or find out more information?
Go to my Facebook page, Paranormal Tyler, like it, and I'll post all the links.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to say?
Hi, Mom. Just kidding. No.
I've asked you a lot of questions.
Thank you. I don't think I have anything else to say unless you guys have other questions. Please do. I mean, if you guys want to come to this, you're in.
We'll come and do a live show.
You're in. If you guys want to come. Any of them. If you can't make this one, you can come to the next one. We'll get you in.
Also, if you want to go into a place where you don't have to pay to get into, Merker Cemetery is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's out on the other side of Tooele.
These other guys said I had to pay $50 to go there.
40. But still, ridiculous.
That place
$40 too many.
That place is
Merker
really cool.
Cemetery
Merker
in Tooele.
It's out past Tooele. It's like, I live out in Eagle Mountain, so if you go back on the other side of the mountain there, like from Cedar Fort, it's over back there.
Okay.
That's pretty.
That
pretty
place
cool.
is amazing. That place is amazing. I took the crew of. Have you guys seen the movie Zombie Hunter? It's a Chris Lee film with Danny Trejo. Yeah.
Of course he has.
Yeah.
He knows those
There's
things.
your movie date right there.
Yeah.
Zombie Hunter. But yeah, I took their production team up to Merker Cemetery. 2 years ago maybe. It was so much fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, it's a good place to go check out, especially if you're new into it. And just take some lawn chairs, take a gun like Jeff. He takes a gun. We got surrounded by a pack of coyotes.
Yeah, we
What's
take.
your gun issue, dude?
What?
Why has it got to be an issue?
No, I don't mean that negative.
He
I
likes to
mean, like,
exercise his rights.
I'm a fan, bro, but I'm just wondering if there was something.
I get people coming up to me all the time like, dude, what's up with your buddy, man? He's strapped. It's just how we roll, man. It's what we do.
Well, okay, so Merker Cemetery. There's mountain lions out there. There's coyotes out there.
And we got surrounded by 2 packs of coyotes.
Yeah, we were out there.
I was tripping. I'm like, get your gun, bro. Get your gun.
Because they were like
man.
calling back and forth to each other and stuff like that.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was
So
crazy.
did you just fire a
Rattlesnakes.
warning
No.
shot and it
No,
No,
went
we ended
away?
up not having to, which we scored out. We got lucky on that, but
The
I
ghosts
was
were
freaked
defending
out.
you.
Because this whole
Maybe.
you know what's funny? I've lived in Utah for so long, but it's like I've never seen a wild coyote or anything. So I'm like asking Jeff, I'm like, what are coyotes, like freaking little lapdog size? Why are we so scared? He's like, no, they can get like this big, you know. And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, get your gun, dude. Get your gun, man. There's like 20 I can hear
I've
them,
actually
bro.
seen them crossing the road driving out to my house, dude.
That's sketchy.
That freaking
No thanks.
Wile E. Coyote screwed us up. We thought they were cool.
Yeah, man. Right?
Yeah.
What are you
Get
sleeping over there?
$50 a
That's
head.
the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
What the crap are you doing?
Isaac's over there like Berlin. I'm sweeping the porch. Sorry, it's a...
Yeah, $50 a head for shooting them in certain areas.
For who? Like, who
Coyote.
pays you?
Yeah, because they killed them.
So do you, like, throw it in the trunk of your car?
So what you have to do is you have to shoot it, and then you have to either take the entire pelt and the lower jaw, or
That is very specific.
or you have to scalp it with the ears attached and the lower jaw. They want the lower jaw so they can.
know this?
Because I'm gonna do it this year at some point.
Yeah. You weirdo. That's how you...
Pay
You
for
know
your
who?
gas and
You
your
know who
energy.
That's how-
does
that's how he
coyotes
pays
a
his
lot
rent,
is
man.
Brandon Neal. Brandon Neal posts them all the time.
You should kill a coyote and pay for your tag.
Oh, on that note,
Well, you
though,
don't even have to have a tag either. It's
What's the coyote?
you go online, do a test, and then boom, you're done. Good to go.
So where do you find that? Like, where?
DWR,
You just, like, drive around and there's
Department
just
of Wildlife Resources. They have it on there.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
this is new to me too. But hey,
Okay, sorry, you said on that note you were
I was
trying
gonna
to
say, so
something.
this Merker Cemetery, this isn't my forte, this isn't my field, but supposedly it's a hotbed, a hot zone for UFO activity too.
Oh.
Which,
Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about UFO stuff.
and that's okay because we're not into UFO stuff. But
That's okay because I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Or
Let me put it this way:
zoology.
I believe there's something else out there, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't want the Men in Black showing up at my doorstep, but I can tell you I had one crazy experience regarding, we'll call it a UFO.
Okay.
So we're out at Merker Cemetery actually ghost hunting, and we saw what looked like a plane coming over, just the light of a plane, and it started getting lower and lower, and it came right above us, and it started like getting this weird like wiggles to it, like almost like it was shaking in the air, right? And
Right.
it got right over us, and it was moving so slow, and it didn't make a single noise. There was no noise, and then it just kind of like darted off. So, do I think it was like aliens or no? But do I think it was some weird kind of freaking government thing? Probably, because supposedly Area 52 is out there. I don't know. It could have been. I don't know. This ain't my field.
I think we need to give a prize to these guests. The one
Skinwalker
that your
Ranch.
sister made.
Yeah. Skywalker Ranch is where Luke and Darth Vader hang out, but Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So no, that's we actually have a lot of friends that are Native Americans. And they talk a lot about skinwalkers. That's legit stuff.
We did a documentary with this guy who's from Ghost Mine on the Sci-Fi Channel. His name's Jay Verberg. He's a real good friend of mine, right? So he came out and helped film this documentary out in Santa Quin at Leslie's Family Tree. Oh, that's cool. Who made this?
Her sister is actually a balloon artist, and she made that for us. Isn't he cool?
That is so cool. Check that.
That's for you. You can take that home. Give it to your fiance.
My wife.
Your wife? Oh, I thought you were your wife.
No, he said fiance. I said wife.
All right.
This is awesome. I don't want to.
He's like, I don't know where to put it.
I don't know where to put this little green fella.
What do I do with my hands?
Thank you. What was I saying?
Skinwalker.
Oh no, we were talking about the documentary.
The
So Jay Verberg, he's on the show Ghost Mine on Sci-Fi Channel. He comes down. We filmed this documentary about the Walker War, which is in Santa Quin, where Leslie's Family Tree is actually at. But it was all revolving around Native Americans, and we did like all this research on the Native Americans at the time and the Native Americans here and their belief system. It was amazing. But yeah, skinwalkers and like shapeshifters and stuff. Skinwalkers, baby. Skinwalkers. Ooh, snap.
But he's losing.
I think you guys are all losing it. Tired.
They made a movie about it.
So my story is just revolving around that specific property, but we believe we communicated with the old Chief Guffich. Santa Quin was actually Chief Guffich's son. The town of Santa Quin is named after Santa Quin, who's the chief's son. It was actually a pretty dark story about father against son, almost kind of betrayal by the son. But there were some pioneer settlers that got killed there. It was a mess, but we believe that we made contact with the Native Americans on that land, and it was one of the most powerful, craziest things. But the point of the thing was we were trying to find out if the land was cursed, because supposedly there was a curse put on the land. But the Native Americans who would have lived there at the time, speaking through Native Americans, I spoke with a Blackfoot Indian. I'd have to look up his tribe and stuff, which I do have the information. But he was telling me that tribe of Indian, why would they curse their own land? It'd be like cursing your own child, or like they loved the land. The land was theirs. They loved it. They loved the trees. They loved the sun. They loved all that stuff. Why would they put a curse on their own land? However, if someone was like dying, in the process of dying, I guess they could therefore put a curse on that specific area. There's so many stipulations as to what
if you're under a tree.
If the sun is just right. And you're but it was cool. It was a really amazing experience.
So I can tell it's 1 a.m. because I just got a wicked craving for Taco Bell. It is a fifth meal. Yes, it is fifth meal time. I'm really hungry. It must be 1 a.m.
Yep.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we have. Thanks for having us on. It's been a blast. Yeah, thank you.
It was definitely my pleasure.
Cool.
Yeah, you did break that.
You sure you don't want this anymore?